Hi, everyone, and welcome to our weekly webinar today, April the 22nd. Angela and myself are so happy and excited to be here with you. Make sure that you have somewhere to write down all of your notes for this webinar. And let's just say hi to Angela, who has prepared this amazing presentation for today. Hi, Angela.
Hi, Cynthia. Hi, everybody. Thank you. I was just telling the consultants who have tuned in live with us that I have some allergies going on today. So a little watery eyes, a little sniffling. Sorry ahead of time. So it's already April 22nd, and we are going to talk about Gardenia Nights, which is a great sleep tool. We're going to kind of be talking about different tips for better sleep throughout our webinar today as well. We're going to focus on our roll-ons for our direct link practice that we're going to do today. And we'll have a special challenge for our people watching the webinar live or catching the replay. So make sure you write down those details so you can take part in our challenge today through Thursday. We will go through some different training materials for Gardenia Nights and how to incorporate that into planning a better sleep spa that you can do for your customers and prospects this month. For prospecting, we're going to talk about time management, which is a big thing for a lot of us in our youth business and in life in general, right? We only have so many minutes, so we're going to talk about how to make the most of your minutes, and that will be divided in several webinars, but today we'll focus on a few points of that, and then we'll follow up with some time-sensitive reminders and our raffle at the very end. So for our product spotlight today, we're going to talk about Gardenia Nights. This is a lovely blend. I absolutely adore this aroma. Just remember that we're using Gardenia Nights to promote restful sleep, right? So remember that a good night's rest starts the night before. So have you ever felt like if you're, this happens with me this used to happen to me a lot when my kids were younger. If they were to get me up a lot one night, I could survive the next day, but then I would have trouble sleeping the following night. And then the second day would always be the worst. That would be when I would be the most tired, right? So, like, one night of sleep doesn't just affect the next day, it affects the next night, which affects the next day. So, getting better sleep is really, really important. And we know that a lot of people in the United States suffer from sleep disorders, and this is a very big need for them. So we have in the United States, out of our population, an estimated 50 to 70 million people in the United States suffer from sleep disorders, sleep issues. So this is something that we definitely want to be talking about to our customers and prospective customers to help give them some extra tips to deal with that. So when we're looking at Gardenia Nights, it's this lovely aroma. I call it like a sweet candy-like floral, right? Like it's a really sweet floral, so relaxing. I absolutely love it. And it appeals to a very wide audience. We have florals in there like gardenia and jasmine, geranium. We have patchouli mint, pennyroyal mint, thuja, eucalyptus pine for kind of that freshness. We have castor oil and then cedar wood and orange, which are great calming oils as well. So these work really well together, and the aroma is excellent. This is great for people who have difficulty falling asleep and their brain kind of overworks at the end of the day. They have like those racing thoughts that are hard to turn off. That's who this was designed for. It's great for people who are overworked or going through times of intense stress, people who just want to improve the quality of their sleep and be more relaxed when they fall asleep, and people who prefer a natural option over taking medications like sleeping pills, right? Because those can come with different side effects, and a lot of people don't enjoy that or they don't want to be dependent on that. So with this natural option, we are looking at some different groups of effects that we get from these essential oils. So the mint, eucalyptus, and pennyroyal mint are going to awaken our senses and kind of get us back into the present. This is helpful when we are feeling stressed or overwhelmed and thinking about a million other things besides going to bed. So this awakens our senses and brings us back to the present. We have geranium, thuja, and cedarwood, which are going to help balance our emotions, help us feel more calm and balanced. And then we have, for relaxation, orange, gardenia, patchouli, jasmine, pine are going to help us relax. Now, one of the key ingredients that we're going to talk about with this blend is gardenia. because of the effects that it has on our brain. That is really, really important for anyone looking to transition away from sleep medications or looking for a more natural option from that. So there was a study done that looked for natural alternatives to benzodiazepines, which are like Valium, Xanax, Rivotril, like the typical heavier sleep medications, right? And so these benzodiazepines affect our GABA receptors and they help slow down brain activity. So like at the end of the day, when you have those racing thoughts, you want your brain to be able to slow itself down better. And so typical typical sleep medications work on those GABA receptors, neurotransmitters in your brain, and help them do their job better, which is their job is to slow down brain activity so that you can rest, right? So, what this study found is that gardenia has very similar effects on those GABA receptors. And so, gardenia combined with all these other relaxing and stimulating and emotional balancing oils really can help your brain get into a good headspace where it is calm and present. And the gardenia is going to help those GABA receptors work a little bit better at slowing your brain activity down a little bit at the end of the night, so you don't have those racing thoughts. So overall, it's just very effective. You can apply it in different ways. You can apply it to your energy points, so you can put it on your temples, behind your ears, your nape of neck, inside of your wrists, etc. You can apply it to the inside of your palm, rub to activate the aroma, and breathe it in. But a lot of us swear by, and this is very tickly, so I'm going to apologize, but putting it on the soles of your feet. So like kind of like on the very center of your foot, like in the arch of your foot, put it on the soles of your feet and along the both sides of your heel, like along your Achilles tendon, rub it along the side of that. And that is how I feel the most effect from this blend. So if you haven't tried that application, definitely do try it and share that tip with your customers. It smells wonderful. It is so relaxing. And it's definitely meeting a need that a lot of your customers will have. So please write that on your to-do list of how can you promote better sleep products, right? Better sleep routines for your customer base, your public base on social media, etc. Using this information, not only with Gardenia Nights, but also anti-stress, also with Melissa, etc. Okay. All right, so today we're going to keep practicing our direct product links, and you guessed it, we're going to practice with our Gardenia Nights link. Yes, so if you can have two devices available, if you're watching me on your phone, grab your laptop or your computer. If you are watching me on your computer, grab your phone. Either way, we can make this work. The steps are pretty much the same. Just make sure that we are starting in a browser. Remember, it's really important, don't start in your consultant app when you want to get a direct product link, because you won't be able to get a real URL from there. Yes. So open up a browser like Chrome, Edge, Safari, one of those, and go ahead and go to your personal website. So your www.use.usa.com or use/usa.com diagonal and your handle. Check that your name shows up, that you're on your own personal website, and go to shop. Yes, this is where we always get our direct product links out of our shopping site so that people can get a URL that takes them right to the place where they can put it in their cart and shop without too many clicks. Okay. Then in this case, since Gardenia is currently on promotion, I'm going to go into promos and offers. And then I'm going to click on Gardenia Nights and open up the actual product page with Gardenia Nights. I'm going to give you a minute to go through those steps. We go to a browser, to our personal website. From our personal website, we click on shop. If you're on your phone, on your personal website, you'll see that little menu with the 3 lines. That's where your shop button is located. Yes. And go into the promos and offers tab. And then we'll click on Gardenia Nights so that we are in the on the page that actually is specifically for Gardenia Nights. I have tried this before of like just grabbing the URL from the promos page, and it doesn't have our consultant number in it. So that link is not going to work for you to send like the whole page of promotions. You have to open up a specific product, get the URL, click on it, and copy it. If you are on your computer, you can right click and choose copy. Or you can press Control C to copy it. Once it's highlighted, Control C. And then take that to your notes, or if you have an email draft that you put these in, whatever you want, take it somewhere that you store these links that you're working with for your business right now, and Control V to paste it, or right click and choose paste and put it somewhere. Go ahead and open Cesar's WhatsApp right away if you want, or his email, and send it to him right away. We'll be doing that in just a moment. So don't worry if you don't have that all going on right now. Okay, so let's practice this if you haven't done so already. Once you've copied your product link for Gardenia Nights from your shopping website, send it to Cesar. There's his email, there's his phone number. It will be on the next screen as well. So I'm going to set our timer for 2 minutes. Hopefully Cesar gets a whole bunch of links right now, right away, because sending this link today is how you get entered into that challenge that we'll be doing the next 4 days, where you can earn some free used products. So let me get our timer started. Go ahead and get your Gardenia Nights direct product link, send it to Cesar, and let us know if you have any questions.
Bless you.
Thank you. It's amazing how fast my nose opens up though with Time Cream right here. It's amazing. I keep it on me at all times during allergy season. Okay. 14 more seconds. I see Lisa's got her link in. Go ahead and let us know in the chat when you're done. Time's almost up. And if you need an extra minute, go ahead and do this later on tonight, but it's just good to have it done right away so that we don't forget about it, right? Okay, so we go ahead and email that link to Cesar or text it to him at his business number, which is listed on the slide, and let us know if you have any questions about that, okay? Now, our challenge for today is going to be open to 4 of our roll-ons. So we want to copy our direct product link for Gardenia Nights and send that to Cesar. That's how he knows that you're taking part in the challenge and can watch your stats for this, right? Send it to him right now. And then our goal is to sell 3 or more roll-ons with our direct product links. So that could be Gardenia Nights, or it could also be the other essential 3 oils like the 31 herbal oil roll-on, anti-stress, or Guducci Revitalizer. Okay, so any of those 4 roll-ons, that's pretty much all roll-ons. It's only excluding SOS Motivation. Okay, so if you sell any of those and you sell 3 or more using direct product links, you're going to receive a free lifting fluid from the body contouring line. This is really great. This is one that works wonders on arms and chest and neckline. And remember that this challenge includes orders placed through your personal website. We're focusing on sending those direct product links, or orders placed by your PCC members, but it excludes spa orders and personal consultant orders. Yes, so really push people shopping through your website using those direct links. It's the easiest, most efficient way to run your business, and the products will get sent right to them when they do that. So let us know if you have any questions. Otherwise, take that screenshot so that you know what to do between now and Thursday to earn your free lifting fluid. All right, good luck, everyone. A little work towards this every day goes a long way, right? All right, so then we also want to share some places where you can get materials to promote any of the roll-ons, but especially Gardenia Nights. So remember that by going into your consultant app, if you go into resources and just search for your keyword like gardenia or gardenia nights, you're going to see a whole bunch of images for posts and stories that you can save and post to your social media. Just make sure that when you click on something, you're either saving it to your camera roll or going to open, send a copy, and then saving it. So let us know if you have any issues with the technology behind that, but those are easy to grab and post. Also, there is a Gardenia Nights presentation that you can use to get better educated on sleep habits and how Nights works, but you can also use it to present in an event that you might be doing on better sleep or specifically on Gardenia Nights. That's found in the app and in your virtual office under training, product training. Okay. And also we wanted to show you, you might be planning a better sleep spa or a better sleep wellness event for your customers because so many of our products that we're focusing on this month really relate to rest and relaxation, right? So if you are planning on doing a better sleep spa or wellness event or workshop, we don't have a guide made right now that's focused on sleep, but if you modify our stress-free life wellness event guide, that new updated one in the new format, um, you can modify it and take pieces of it and create your better sleep spa from that material that's already made, right? So all your prompts and your needs cards and the definitions or explanations of the products basically stay the same. You just kind of pick and choose out of that guide. So you'll notice if you go into your virtual office and you open up spa tools, and you go into the new section of the new wellness guides that are in there. You can open up the stress-free life one, make sure you have the new updated version. And in that guide, we have a lot of our key sleep material or sleep resources, right? So anti-stress, lavender, Melissa bath essence, gardenia nights, those are all included in this. And a lot of those would be a great fit for your better sleep spa. Now, if you look at those, if you want to focus on anti-stress, Melissa bath essence, and gardenia nights, all you have to do is flip through the guide, find their pages, and use those for your demonstration. So you'll have a prompt that you can ask your audience. You might want to tailor it a little bit, modify it a little bit to talk more specifically about sleep, but these are all related to rest and relaxation. So go for it. So minor modifications to your opening questions. Really, your needs cards that are already listed here are probably going to be about the same, but you can modify that if needed as well. But the benefits, the product demo, primary uses, and recommendations is all going to be basically the same, like very minor modifications to use it for a sleep event. And really encourage one-click shopping for more than just one product. So I would recommend using sets, like we have this Better Sleep Better set that is at a really good price. It comes with a 10 mil anti-stress, the Melissa bath essence and gardenia nights already built in. Like this is not currently on sale, but it's still a good price for those three products. And you can also build a set using products that are on sale right now. Just be aware, like if you're going to combine gardenia nights with the basic stress relief set, which is Melissa bath essence and anti-stress, that one has the 20 mil anti-stress in that set versus this one is the 10 mil bottle. Okay, so you'll see a price difference there. It's because of the size of the anti-stress. Okay, so if you're going to do a better sleep event, have your direct product link ready to go beforehand. Consider shortening that direct product link with Bitly if you're ready for that. If you feel like that's overwhelming for you, that's okay. You can go ahead and skip that step. And just have that link ready to go before your event so that right after the event, you can message that link to your guests so that they can click on it and go right to your shopping site right away. Or if it's a spa link, like if someone's hosting, you can get a direct link from within your spa link. You just open the spa link and do those same steps that we normally do. Grabbing the URL for the specific product from within your spa, that would be fine. But either have that link copied and ready to go, or if you're doing like an in-person event, sometimes I like to use Bitly to make a QR code that people can scan with their phone. Sometimes that's easier. But you can do whatever you're ready for and give people quick access to a set like this where they're like, I want all 3 of these products that you talked about. I put it in my cart, I check out, and I'm good, right? So they do have the option to go and pick and choose if they want to, but we want to encourage one-click shopping in a set that's going to help with a wide variety of rest and relaxation and sleep needs that they have. Okay. So go ahead and start planning. What would be a good date to do this? Do you want to do it virtual or in person? Do you want to have a host that's going to have it, in their home, for example, or are you going to be the person who runs it, etc.? Make those choices, get it on your calendar, and do some kind of better sleep event using these resources that are already available and super easy to access, knowing that this is a big need for our customer base. Okay. All right. Then for prospecting today, we're going to talk about making the most of our minutes. So just a quick reminder, as we're talking about prospecting, this is the process of reaching out to new people, right? That we are not currently in sales conversations with at the time. And we are trying to determine if we are a good fit for them to be a customer with us or to be a consultant with us, etc. Right? So this is prospecting, reaching out to new people, encouraging them to try something out from our company, right? So when we talk about the 7 mindsets for success today that are necessary for good prospecting, today we're going to talk about a few tips for being more systematic and efficient. This really goes along with that topic we talked about last week of we have this little spark of motivation, which is like the match that lights the candle for us trying to get things done, right? It's the reason why we want to achieve it. It's the thing that gets us started and it sparks action. But this time management piece is part of our willpower, right? This is how big your candle is. How long is this goal that you have, this determination that you have going to last? How focused are you on making those small changes and controlling your actions, reactions, habits, and urges in order to achieve something that may be difficult or may be kind of like a big goal or a daunting goal, right? So this time management piece is really big in the willpower piece of this equation of us being resilient and working through the struggles and getting there, right? So like we've said, it's like a muscle. We need to practice. It's one bite at a time, not shoving the whole sandwich in your mouth, right? It's one bite at a time. Practice this in small pieces until you get there where you have a system that's very efficient, very effective, and that you can maintain. Okay. And that all of that has to do with your habits. So a lot of our habits are related to time management. And we know that time management is a key issue for a lot of people that holds them back from success. Now, sometimes you'll hear people complaining about, I just don't have enough time. My minutes are gone. I do this all the time because it's surprising how fast your day can get away from you if you don't have a lot of structure in your schedule. So, a few key things that we're going to remember and talk about more today are we all have 24 hours in the day. It is up to us to determine how we allot them for different things. So when we're planning our day, we're going to plan not only our used activities, not only sales activities, but also prospecting activities, not only used activities, but also family needs, and family routines and family events, not only things that we do for others, but things that we do for ourselves, our self-care time, dinner with our girlfriends or whatever it ends up being, right? Like you have to really schedule your time if you want to make the most of your minutes. We're also going to talk about a CEO mindset. You are the owner of your business, right? You are the person in charge, no excuses. How much that can change your mindset of how you use your time. And setting aside your golden hours for prospecting, those times when you're going to reach the most people in the most effective time, right? Those are your golden hours, and how do we set those aside? So just remember, we all have 24 hours each day. A lot of people in sales and in life just struggle with time management. But remember that you may have more control over your minutes than you may think, right? We get this sense of helplessness sometimes when our day goes by too fast, but a lot of times if with a little bit of focus and a system in place, we can control how we dedicate those minutes much better. And I say this as a mother of a 3-year-old who is with me most of the day. Like, we can make this happen. Even if, life has a lot of other needs for us, we can block it out and find reasonable goals for ourselves in our business as well. So make sure that you're blocking out your day in chunks with your key needs for your personal life, your self-care needs, and your used business. So your used business, you should have time to prospect. You should have time to create sales materials. You should have time to follow up with customers. You should have time for those things, and they should be built into your weekly schedule. And just focus on using some simple, efficient tools to create that habit of blocking your time, right? So some people might have a calendar, I have like a weekly calendar that's dry erase that I keep on my fridge. That can be helpful for some of those like every week kinds of things. And I can modify it as needed, which is nice. You might have a planner. So a lot of us like a paper planner that we adjust. Just make sure that you have something built into that tells you what you're doing on different days. So I use a lot on my phone alarms and reminders because it snaps me out of whatever I'm doing and tells me it's 1 o'clock. It's work time. Like go get your computer, sit down, drop the dishes or the laundry or whatever else you're doing. 1 o'clock is work time. And I try to really respect that as a clear cut in my day. And I have another alarm that goes off at 2:30 that says work time's done. Go get your last few things done at home before you have to go pick up your kid at school, right? I set alarms that kind of chunk my time for me, which is really helpful. You could also use like a digital checklist or paper checklist, like Google Keep can be helpful for these things. Google Keep is just a little app that has like digital checklists. So just find something simple and efficient that helps you stay organized and keep that plan in front of you so that you can look at it regularly and stay on track. But just remember to avoid perfectionism and that like paralysis from too much analysis when you're setting up this time management plan, because you can waste all your time making a plan for how to manage your time, right? So find something that's simple, efficient, a little bit of flexibility built into it that doesn't take a lot of your time up. You don't want to have this beautifully color-coded calendar that takes up all of your work time, right? So find something simple and easy that you can put together and follow each day and each week, okay? Now, also, we want to adopt a CEO mindset, right? So this is a good activity. Oh, I didn't even bring one with me. Take out one of your used business cards at some point today. Take out one of your little business cards. Maybe you ordered them from our little Vistaprint link that's on Virtual Office, right? You have your little used business cards. It says independent consultant and your information. Try one of these days just crossing out independent consultant and replace it with CEO. Ooh, how does that feel? Jacques might not like it, but we're going to pretend we're the CEO, right? Because we are the CEO of our own used business, right? Of our own individual used business that we are running. We are in charge of it. And we have to know that as a CEO, like pretend you have that amount of responsibility. The CEO sees and feels the consequence of the sales and prospecting activity in their whole company, right? Good or bad, they see the big picture consequences of that. And they are responsible for making the changes, big and small, that are necessary for success. And they can't make up excuses or pass the blame on to anyone else. They are the person in charge, right? So just try to adapt your mindset of like things are not just happening to you, like you are making things happen for your business. You are the CEO of your own independent business with Used. Okay, and lastly, we're protecting our golden hours for prospecting because like we really have to take advantage of the time when our content and our phone calls and our messages are going to reach the people we want them to so that our time is efficient and effective, right? So prepare for prospecting ahead of time. If you're going to get a list ready of the people you're going to call that day, you're going to make notes of things that you know that they need so you can work them into your conversation. If you have a scripted outline that you follow during your prospecting calls, etc. Those are things to do like during your early morning work time. I tend to have like I wake up at 5 to 5:30 is workout time that is scheduled, and then 5:30 to 6 is work time. That could be a chunk of time where I'm preparing videos that I'm going to post on social media later. I am writing out my list of people I'm going to call later. I'm writing my to-do list. I'm scheduling my calendar, my planner, things like that can be done in the morning. I'm preparing for that ahead of time. I also do this on the elliptical sometimes at the gym. Like these are things that I work into my day in times where it's not convenient for me to be calling and messaging people, right? Then I also need to get to know my target audience's schedules and habits. Like when are my key people going to be online? That's when I want to post my social media content. When are people that I want to reach out to, when are they at home? If I'm focused on moms that work from home, I'm going to try to call them during nap time. Maybe I'm going to message them during school pickup time because they're just sitting in their car with nothing to do, right? Like I'm going to try to keep in mind my target audience and when they are most available. What are they on social media? What are they available to answer the phone or answer a message? And I set aside those golden hours, whatever they are for your target audience, you need to set them aside for pure prospecting conversations. So even if you're just going to contact 5 people that day, make sure you have a time set aside that is the best block of time where you're going to be able to reach the most people of the highest quality candidates. Does that make sense? Any questions about that? All right. And treat them like a formal meeting, right? So those golden hours, treat them like you're meeting with Cesar on a one-on-one meeting and you don't want to let them down. You want to show up and be there. Treat it like a specific meeting that you have to be there on time and ready to go. And that's how we protect our golden hours and make the most of them. Any questions or comments about that, feel free to share in the link. But those are our 3 time management tips that we're going to focus on today. We all have 24 hours, block them accordingly to your life's needs and your use needs. Make sure you make plenty of time for prospecting every day so that you're reaching out and always meeting new people. Adopt a CEO mindset so that you are taking responsibility for your actions and how they affect your success, and set aside those golden hours so that you are making the most of your prospecting time and keep track of them and be strict with them. Yes? All right. So I would like you to share in the chat just a quick reflection. Do you have a favorite tool? It could be a paper tool, it could be a written tool, or it could be a digital tool that you use to block and plan your time during the day. What do you use? Like I've shared a few examples. I have a dry erase weekly calendar on my fridge that has the things that we have to do, like the blocks of time that stay the same every week. But since it's dry erase, I can make little adaptations when things change. But I try to block my time very specifically on there. Some of you might use like a Google Calendar, Google Keep checklist. Some of you might have like a desk calendar that you organize things on or a planner that you carry around with you. I would love to hear from you in the chat. What is your favorite tool to block and plan your time during the day? And also take that little moment of reflection. Are you blocking your time specifically, or is it very like loosey goosey, just if you decide to do something? And take that moment to reflect. Do you need to have a more specific time set up during the day to do different things in order to feel successful and see the results of your hard work? Okay. All right. So that is our big idea for today. Hopefully you have some new ideas written down on your to-do list. For your call to action, make sure that you send your direct product link for Gardenia Nights to Cesar today. Focus on selling at least 3 roll-ons. It could be Gardenia Nights or any of the essential 3 roll-ons with your direct product links between now and Thursday to receive a free lifting fluid. Remember, you have to send your link to Cesar to qualify for that challenge. Focus on selling $300 in products and sets this week in general, and make sure that you're keeping an eye on your April goals for Switzerland 2025 so that you can meet those 8 out of 10 qualifying months by growing a little bit each month. Okay. So again, remember that our goal is each week we're doing a little more than the last to keep growing as humans and to keep growing in our used business. Okay. All right. Cynthia, would you like to share about our promotions today?
Oh. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Can
Thank you.
you, yeah.
I'll
Okay, so
click through
let's
them.
talk.
Okay. Thank you.
Hold on. Ooh.